YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. Now I hinted at this PC case, this build in totality around my video posted prior, the Samsung S95D. We just picked that TV up, and within the same day of me busting that content down, I wanted to kind of get this case slash PC review done. Okay, now I have a little bit of experience with this during the 2000, well, let's say when COVID hit, 2020. During that time frame, my daughters, they needed home PCs. So, you know, I built them one each in these cases, and it worked out to be pretty good. So just kind of showing you all of this. I think this is going to work out for me good. Okay, now I've got this thing set up where I've tested it to fit into my media stand, and it's a pretty good look. Okay, so just a quick overview of all the different things we got going on here. We're gonna have a 750 watt power supply. We've got a 10700 i7, got a comparable motherboard, nothing too expensive, some RAM. We got 1 terabyte solid state drive. We got a knock to a cooler for that processor. We got one extra fan for now that we're gonna add into it. We're gonna do a 3-slot RTX 3080 GPU, okay? Should give us some great performance for modern games with DLSS, as well as with emulation, because we are going to be doing a 14 terabyte drive that will give us pretty much everything before the Xbox One and the PS4 era. And here's a look at the case. Now the case does have the ability to stand up vertically. I have it in a horizontal orientation, and this fits right into my TV stand like no problems. Okay, so just wanted to set you up for the video expectations. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing built. We'll have a little bit of discussion about it. This thing retails for about 40 bucks, 35 bucks, something like that. So very inexpensive. Everything else I already had outside of this motherboard. And in the event, we're gonna get it going right after this intro. All right, so this build is all done, okay? We don't get a lot of content like this on this channel, but you know, it does fill in the gaps. Okay, so let's talk about it. We've got the knock to a cooler there, that i7 processor, that RAM, the graphics card, and then we went with that full power supply there, ATX. A couple opportunities for me within this. I only have one fan here. This motherboard cost me about 60 bucks. It was, I'm going to say it's what I could afford because I didn't want to spend more, and I wanted to get a board that fit this processor, okay? 10th generation, still okay. Compared with this graphics card, we should be totally fine, okay? These parts came out of a pre-built that I purchased a couple of years ago for my kids during that COVID pandemic. They all have now custom builds and such, and so it helped me out a lot to be able to just have these spare parts minus this power supply, which was in a different build. I digress. This thing is nice and attractive. Let's take a look at the back. Going around to the back, we've got that large drive that does house 14 terabytes of some emulation, and then we do have a secondary SATA drive there. It's a little bit hidden on the other side from the prior transition with the graphics card being in the way, but cable management pretty minimal with this. Turned out to be exactly how I wanted it to be. Let me go ahead and get the coverings on this thing and show it to you. I kind of got ahead of myself, but look at this thing in there. Just beautiful. I'm happy for this. Booted it up, make sure it ran. I'm going to show you the left and right of the case too, though. But yeah, it fits really good in there, man. Now, if you follow my content, I've had a media style receiver light case in here. It was above where my Blu-ray player is, but I don't know. You know, I took my sources out of this room and I decided I wanted something in here, and I had some parts laying around, ordered the case, and made it happen. And here's just a good look around it in the vertical orientation. So here's the bottom, how I just had it horizontally, but yeah, pretty attractive. So the opportunity for me, even though I'm not really reviewing the case, number one, the motherboard that I chose, and I think I said this in an earlier transition, it only has one fan. So right now I just have something exhausting. Because I need this for testing purposes, it'll be fine. When I play with it, with the TV stand, what I'll do for temporarily is just leave the door open. But what I need to do is get a fan hub and add a couple more fans on the front. And that'll help with some airflow for right now, you know, but this is just something sufficient. Now I've got stronger hardware on the channel. This kind of content, like I said, we don't make a lot of it, but you know, I'm playing around with all the relevant, the latest and the greatest stuff. But you know, I wanted something specifically to go back in here because I don't have any source in here. I don't have a PlayStation or anything, and so now I have this guy here where I can load up. We got a 1 terabyte solid state drive. We can get a couple of modern games, right? Some, you know, some of the latest stuff. I can just kind of go on a rotation. And then I have that 14 terabyte drive that has all of my old school stuff. So this is really designed for this area here. It's just that, you know, this is kind of some in-between content because now I need to start bursting down the Samsung S95D. So just a short upload. Maybe you were interested in this. If you happen to have any questions, I can't say that I would really recommend this case. I do typically believe that, you know, you get what you pay for. And again, for 35, 40 bucks, I mean, it kind of is what it is. But for a person that's on a budget, maybe you got some parts laying around, you know, you just want to make something happen. This is fine. This is totally adequate, especially if you're going to be playing with this on a desktop. Now, if you're taking it further like I am, I wouldn't recommend going this route, but you know, I kind of know what I'm doing and I'm okay in the space of how I'll be using it. So more content coming with this type of stuff going forward. I'll be able to utilize this for old school games, for standard definition content. TV season has just started. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when more videos come. And that's what I got. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Peace, God bless, and as I always say, man, max love.